I have another assignment for you. I want to talk about your top 25. And because a question I get asked a lot is, how much research should I do? And the thing is, you cannot research in depth every single lead that you want to call. You cannot do it. It is impossible because you would just spend all day doing research. So unless you're at a company that has an enormous research department and they just research all day long and feed you information, you just can't do it. What you want to do is pick out your top 20 or 25 companies that you are really interested in doing business with them. And you do need to know a whole lot about, you can do a lot of in-depth research on your top 20 or 25. And everyone else, you simply go by the industry or by the market, the vertical. So your assignment, if you have companies that you are very interested in targeting, decide who your top 25 are that you want to learn everything about. But I want to clarify the amount of research that you need to do. Otherwise, if you know that you're looking for, I'm going to go back with Mark, companies that have 50 to 150 employees in a certain geographic location, they're in a specific industry, and you're looking for the owner of the company, that's really all you need to know. If you've got prospects that match those parameters, then they're prospects that you can contact. Okay, and let's see, a question from Jenny. Should we be identifying both what we want and what you don't want? Okay, Jenny, identify what you want. What makes a great, ideal prospect for whatever it is you're selling? And if you gather information, let's say you've got somebody, you've identified a lead, you think this would be an ideal prospect, you call them up, you have a conversation. They give you information that tells you they're no longer an ideal. Take them off your list. Don't call them anymore. And I'll give you an example of exactly why I'm saying this. I got an email a while ago from someone who she was so upset because she'd been making calls, and she got a business owner on the line, and she had a conversation with this person, and evidently he was really, really rude to her. And she sent me an email after this, and she told me how upset she was. And at the end of the email, she said, and he wouldn't have even been a very big customer. So I emailed her back. I said, why were you calling this person in the first place? If you call somebody that you already know wouldn't be a very big customer, that is a very hard call to make. Not to mention it's not going to be particularly lucrative because they would just be a teeny tiny customer. But that's hard because they don't need what you're selling. So what you want to do, Jenny, is identify whatever is the best type of prospect for you and contact those people. And Christopher, this is a good question, Christopher. He says, is your top 25 constantly fluctuating as you might reach out and find they're not in need of your services? Yes, Christopher, that's exactly what might happen. You might reach someone that you really want to do business with, and either it turns out they're not appropriate or the timing isn't right. Well, if they're not appropriate, you take them off your list. If it's simply a matter of the timing not being right, you find out when the timing might be right, and you follow up with them then. But if they're not appropriate, you just take them off the list. So what happens is you will be taking people off your top 25 and adding new ones as it fluctuates. Exactly right.